A very good evening to you. Yes, it's 6 o'clock, which means we launch a brand new one-day special here at the craft store. And we do that every night. And it's a discounted price for 24 hours or for how long the stock lasts, because we get very, very busy due to the discounts, due to the people watching, especially in the launch hour and then the following live hour at 8 o'clock tonight. We do have some more hours tomorrow and it will be on repeat overnight as well. So my advice to you, when you see it and you want it, get it into your basket and then check on out to make sure you get what you want. But I'm not alone. Before I introduce you to the wonderful one-day special, let's introduce you to the wonderful Julia Watts. Hello,
Hi,
Julia.
Hi.
How
Hi,
are you?
Janice. I'm all right, thank you.
How's the hair?
Terrible.
It looks lovely. It looks lovely.
It's coming off, 22nd, counting down.
Well, talking about coming off, we've got prices off the one-day special, haven't we?
We have.
And everything's going to be dispatched from the 12th of April, which is a date you should all remember because we just had the news conference. So that's when we can all go and get our hair cut again and go out into a pub garden. So we're all excited about that. So this is going to be dispatched on the 12th of April. We're already busy. The price on your screen, so you're saving £6, it's £38.94. So you get 12 stamps in total. Now you can shop ahead and go to the website and have a look at all the other stamps that we've got for you on the show, because they'll all mix and match and work beautifully. And they do that because, of course, fairy hugs have that wonderful style to them, don't they, Julia?
They do. And today is launch day of 23 stamps, and we have all 23 here today.
Do we?
Yes. So
in the different sets that we've got available? In the different
sets. We've also got 4 sentiment sets which were launched last month, which haven't been seen on her channel before. But 23 are out. Sorry, I knew I'd do it.
We'll have a little bell, Julia.
Do you know,
we'll ring the bell
if you
every time
hadn't said it, nobody would have noticed.
Probably not, but you know, there's always one person at home that might.
Let's keep a tally on how many times I say it wrong. You can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Oh, shut up. You're fine. Don't talk about me like that.
Anyway, yes, 23 new stamps out today. It's very exciting. They're absolutely beautiful. And as Janice said, they're all going to work together.
Yeah.
Obviously, in the one-day special, we've got a mix of everything, really.
Yeah, we certainly have. Now, listen, the best way to order... That sounded very aggressive there. Now, listen, I didn't mean it like that.
It's because you think you're talking to me.
I did. I thought I was just talking to Julia there. Now, listen. The best way to order is the website. It's the easiest way to order as well, because we've got long queues on the phone lines. We are that busy. So, access to the internet, thecraftstore.com. You can head to the one-day special and you can check out your basket. But you're right, a beautiful set. Let's take a look at what we've got in here, because we've got some absolutely delightful images there.
Right, so
of the fairies.
where are we starting?
Should we start with the dancing fairies?
Okay, so we've got Leela and Robin here.
Ooh.
So we've got, you can see Leela's the one with the skirt, and then Robin's the kind of Rudolph Nureyev kind of ballet.
I was just waiting for your description.
I don't know, the little boy, and he's got his little pixie.
Oh, he has, yes.
Whatever they're called, antennae. Absolutely beautiful pair of stamps there.
Then we've got that lovely crescent moon with the star. It's a star whoosh, isn't it?
It's called moon dust. So obviously that's going to go enhance any of your sky scenes.
And it's nice because you've got your worker stamps in there of your stars that you can use separately if you wish.
Yes, you can, absolutely.
Talking of worker stamps,
you can even, if you, with the moon dust, you can even, if you want to, it's your stamp, you can snip it down into separate elements if you want to. Yeah. Then we've got condo dwellers too. There is a new condo on the show, and we've already got condo dwellers, which is set 1, and this is our second set. So 6 teeny tiny little fairies, which are going to enhance any of your scenes.
Oh, I love that. I remember doing a show previously where we had the condo and we had the fairies, and they look so beautiful just surrounding the place where they live. We'll get to that condo a little later on in the show, or, of course, you can head to the website and put it in. But look at the detail you've got in the wings.
This is Angela. And she is absolutely stunning. And I must say, before we go any further, a massive thank you to the design team, because they've done a sterling job.
Yeah, they really have.
As always, there's some stunning, stunning samples on the counter.
She is stunning.
She's beautiful. She looks fantastic. There are 1 or 2 samples where the different sections of her wings have been coloured in different colours.
Oh, lovely.
And obviously you can enhance them with your glossy accents as well. It looks absolutely beautiful.
Now, coming down or across from Angela,
then you've got your flower vines.
Oh, that's lovely.
And these are real work. This is a real worker stamp. You're going to find you want to use this on virtually every single piece that you do. It's essential to have some foliage, and you can use this dropping down or popping up from the ground if you want to.
Now, let me just drop in a card there just to show you that. There we go. See how lovely that is? And it gives you a bit of perspective and depth, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
See it just in the corner there.
You can use it to frame your work.
Yeah, and also build patterns. Lovely. Yeah. So that's in the 1 day special.
And then finally, you've got the fairy gate, which you saw on that sample that Janice dropped in anyway.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
And you can obviously stand any of your fairies in the centre of that. There is a sample somewhere where part of it has been masked off. I think it might be at the front. Yeah, you've got the 2 fairies, Leela and Robin there, and one of the arms of the gate has been masked off to make a double gate. That's very clever.
Doesn't that look lovely?
That's very clever. And you've got some of the condo fairies in there. We do have the dancing mushrooms back on the show as well, which are just popping back in there. So have a look on the website for those.
It's an absolutely stunning collection, and it's a great price at £38.94. It really is. We are extremely busy. If you are on the phone lines, just be patient with us. We will get through your calls, but if you can access the website, then just jump straight onto the website and you can check out your basket. It's really easy. You just select your 1 day special in a box, and then you go to checkout, and that's it. Freedom members don't pay any P&P. 931771 is your item number, and there's a great card with them all on repeat, so you've got all that lovely pattern building. And don't forget, you can use your stamps with fabric inks as well, so these would look lovely on fabric, Julia. They really would. Yeah. So that's your 1 day special. We do have more for you on the show, so let's head down the counter and have a look at the condo. We're very busy for this,
This
Julia.
is our tree condo, which is a really good sizable stamp, this one.
Isn't that fabulous? And this is where we put the other little fairies from this set, maybe previous sets as well.
Yes, yeah. So there's no reason why you can't use the original condo dwellers. You can use the fireflies as well, which you might have from previous shows.
Good idea.
You know, you can use your new raccoons or the skunks that are on today's show and have them down the bottom.
Yeah, we've got those raccoons and skunks coming up a little later on down the counter, but again, if you're on the website, you can pop them into your basket right now. Beautiful card. Love this one. She's got the subtle colour change there on the different condos.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? I thought that was actually in my hand, because I've got one in my hand which is very similar. That's why I just moved my hand and I thought, why did it not move? That's why, because we were looking at another card.
Yeah.
But it's a great little piece to have on its own. There's another lovely sample.
It's a nice kind of new home kind of card if you want to have one of those. And you can actually have it sort of off of the page, so you don't actually have the whole thing. So you could have one peeping in from one side and one peeping in from another.
There you
just
go.
Like that.
Yeah, love
just
that.
Just like that.
It would work, actually. I was just looking at one of these. If I just bring this one up here. How about a family tree? And you could have, everyone's got their own little house. So maybe, you know, your sister lives at number 24, you live at number 42, for example, and you can add those numbers on there. It'd be a family tree, quite literally.
Absolutely.
Yeah. £11.99. Wow, what a price. 463431. That is an amazing price.
It's a really good sizable stamp.
Yeah,
really good.
Yeah, it certainly
don't forget that these are coming from the States.
Yep.
So not only have we got the time dependent thing on the 1 day special, as soon as the 1 day special's over, tomorrow night the stamps won't be available on the craft store website.
Well done, Julia. Well done, Julia. No,
it really came out then, didn't it?
Wow, that's okay. So it's today and tomorrow to get hold of the stamps, and then they're gone from the craft store.
Yeah, and unless they come back, of course. They might come back, but they're not here all the time.
Okay, right. Good point to make. Very, very good point. Right, your next set that we've got for you. Love this one. Is this Zippy and Wind? Oh, no, how they feel.
There's a little story behind this one.
I bet there is.
I'm not sure if I'm able to share it, but I'm going to anyway.
Go on.
When this one was named, this was actually named, the guy that named it was thinking of Adam Humphries.
Oh, yes.
Because he zips around the studio quite a lot.
Oh, yes.
So that's why it's called Zippy.
Ah, named after Adam. And the wind part, of course, named after me. Thank you very much. £11.99. This is brilliant. It is such a lovely card. And
I love her.
The wind underneath the wings.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. 915496 is your item number. And you can see there those lovely wheels that you can paint in separately because they're flowers that look amazing. Add detail to that. Look at that. You could add some little drops on there. So we turn that to one side. Isn't that lovely?
I think she's probably my favourite actually at the moment.
Yeah, she's lovely. And the wheels are great, aren't they?
They are, yeah, yeah.
And then if I lift this one up, look at that. Fantastic. Just putting a circle there with a little bit of paper behind, and then using the wind, not as wind, but maybe just as some nice fancy pattern in the background.
You can have it as kind of hanging down as foliage as well if you want to, you know, think outside the box a bit.
Yeah, I love these. 915496 is your item number, £11.99 if you want to go for Zippy, aka Adam, and Wind, aka Janice. Right. Right, next up we've got the pond. Another lovely image. If I just tentatively lean forward, you can see there you've got the pond with all the stones going around in a nice little form and pattern. And then you've got little Froggy just there. This particular set also includes your other character. What's this lady's name?
Elena.
Elena, and the little ducks as well.
The little duck set, yeah.
Oh, and when they all come together, you can make some lovely cards, almost like a story.
Yes, absolutely. So, I mean, some of the ducks have got like the water rippling around them, so they could be in the pond, and then others are just stood up. And Elena's leaning down there, and it's as if she's disturbed the water. There's a little bit of a, but you can mask that off if you don't want, if you want to. I
love that. And then is this from the previous set that we had?
That looks like the flower vines. It does look like the flower vines. Yeah. So you can add a little bit of colour to them and make them, you know, flowers if you want to.
Oh, look
there
at
she's
that.
Elena sitting on one of the rocks that we've got on the show. I think she probably worked quite well with the stream scene. Actually, I haven't tried it yet, but I think we'll try to.
Yeah, it'd be a good idea, definitely. You can add as much colour to these. You could add your own stamps and also other stamps that we've got for you on the show. Love that effect of the moon there. 661827 is your item number. 7 stamps in total, £19.99 for that particular set. We are getting busier and busier and busier. It's lovely to have your company this Easter Monday. Happy Easter, Julia. Did you get lots of chocolate?
No, I don't do chocolate. It gives me a migraine.
What did you have then? Tangerine?
Ice cream.
Oh, what flavour? Chocolate? No.
No. Anything with caramel in it.
Oh, yes, that would be nice. That would be very nice. But you've had a nice day, have you?
I've been working all weekend. So, but yeah,
still have a nice day working.
Yeah, I saw the sun and the snow this morning.
Yeah, the snow this morning. Wow. Well, it might be a little bit chilly over the next couple of weeks, so it's a good time to stay in and craft. But you could be crafting out in your garden as well. But whatever the weather, here's another stamp for you. This is lovely. This is April in Raindrops.
This is April, yeah. She's perfect for this month.
Yes, she really is. She really is.
I always get, when I think about her, I always get that, you know, that well-known song from a
Raindrops keep falling on you.
No. The one that goes drip, drip, drop, little April showers. Do you know the one?
I don't.
Kirsty knows the one.
All right then, my dear. I know what you mean. Yes. I was thinking actually she looks a little bit like Katharine Hepburn.
Yeah. She's very elegant, isn't she?
Very elegant, yeah, absolutely. That is a beautiful card. I love that one. Isn't that lovely? And you can put April in all kinds of different styles.
So she'll work with, those are some of the older stamps. So she'll work, this is the thing with Fairy Hugs. I mean, we're a fairly new company. We're talking about sort of middle of last year to end of last year.
Yes.
So October was the first time we came to the craft store. You so smile every time I say it. Thumbs up from the audience. So it is quite an embryo company, really, and it's lovely that everything works together.
Yeah, that really does. I mean, that is just superb, isn't it? It really, really is. £9.99, great price. It really is. 156130. Get it before someone else does. So that's April and the Raindrops. Now next, so super cute. Love this. I love a good skunk. I really do. I just think they're just beautiful creatures. They really are. Of course, you know, if they get a little bit angry with you, they'll bring the tail up, and then you'll have that, that little bit of whip. A bit like myself, but you've got these great self-admission, great little characters in there, and then you've got the rocks where they live, like their inhabitants.
Yeah.
And then you've got the raccoons, and they're so sweet because they've got the little socks on, look.
They are sweet. So they're just going to enhance your scene. I know in the UK we don't, they're not native to the UK, but of course there's no fairies, you know, we don't see very often, so why shouldn't we have raccoons and skunks as well?
Yeah,
I mean, they're a great scene, as you can see there, with all the condo dwellers.
Well, I was just looking at the stamps themselves, actually. So with the stamp, you can see here when the image is stamped out, you've got the black and white. Does the stamp give you those two different elements?
Well, you've got some solid areas which are going to come out in black, and it's up to you whether you want to actually colour it in white. You could do it in green, you can do it in purple, you can do whatever colour you want to where the white is.
Love that. Yes, they're not native to this country, but you know something, they're absolutely fantastic and make the cutest of cards.
That's a lovely card, isn't it? You can do really simple cards with the fairy hug stamps, and we will do some simple ones because sometimes it's a little bit scary doing the scene like that.
Yes.
Because there's so many elements to it.
Isn't that great though?
But that's what you can do if you want to.
Yeah.
But you can do simple too.
You can make some really nice storybook style pages for the kids to colour in.
Yes.
Love those. 19.99, 899 437 is your item number. 7 stamps in total. I think the rock is a really good stamp as well because you can use that with other stamps in your collection. Right, we're moving on before we get to demonstration. We've got more sets for you. Another delightful lady here, and you've got your grass. And you've also got that fantastic...
That's a pine branch.
Pine branch.
And you've got Estrella.
That is fabulous. And again, something like that, you could do all kinds of different things with it because you can emboss it, you can colour it differently, build a background.
Bit of white to it, you can add flowers to it, you can do all sorts with it.
Love
and
that.
Estrella's she's kind of swooshing around, you can see its skirts kind of flowing in the wind maybe, and that grass is one of the go-to worker stamps that is really, really useful. Yeah,
I like the little white dots on the sample you've just seen there. And again, using the grass, it grounds the image.
It does.
On the card, doesn't it?
It's also very good for pattern building, that one, actually.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Make a nice border with it.
And do you know what? It doesn't have to be grass in a meadow. It could be seaweed under the sea as well. So lots of different ways you can use that. £15.99, 970875 is your item number. And that gets you your pine branch, Estrella and grass. Sounds like a great night out. 970875. Right, shuffling along, slowly. Right, now here's a great set to have because this is going to bring things to life. I love the mushrooms. Then we've got the daisies, the flowers.
The flowers. She's called Dandelia.
Dandelia because she's flying with a dandy.
Yeah, you've got Whimsical Flowers.
Yep.
And you've got the dotted mushrooms. That's it, 3, isn't it? Yeah.
She's fabulous.
She's beautiful, isn't she? With her, the seeds coming off the dandelion head. And you can see that she could be tiptoeing over the top of the dotted mushrooms.
Oh, that'd be amazing. It's like the things that dreams are made of, isn't it?
Yeah.
And go floating through the air. Love those. Now, if you wanted to use the mushrooms on their own, got a lovely card here, and the great thing is, Julia, you can colour the mushrooms differently, so you can have like a lovely different style on there, or you could just use them black and white as well, and I think that will change each and every time.
Absolutely.
And then just
you can see why people have really embraced Fairy Hugs brand.
Yeah.
There is a Facebook group called the Fairy Hugs Store where lots of inspiration is shared, and the numbers are increasing in there. So it's really lovely to see that people are collecting these now.
And again, that's the stamp from the one-day special.
Yes, that's the flower vines.
This is marvellous. This is marvellous, and what a great price! £14.49 for all 3 stamp sets. An ideal price, really. 102709 is your item number. Right, sentiments. We spoke about these at the top of the show. The font is beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got just a note, and then you've got a birthday wish for you. So these are 2 sentiments you're going to use all the time.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're going to really work really well with. I mean, just a note is great for any of your simple makes. Yeah,
and also for your planners.
Yeah.
For your journals. So spot on. £11.99. That's all it is. For your 2 sentiments, 875044 is your item number for those. And then finally, we have got your fairy poem. Now, is this a poem or is it words put together, or is it a proper poem?
I think you can probably read it if you'd actually take the time to do it, but please don't try and do it now because it is difficult to read. And then you've also got the Have a Delightful Day.
Dance fairy, fairy bright, what a truly happy sight.
I'm impressed.
Let those tiny feet away to a place of fun and play. Make your wings of silver. Something take you to a lily and the water. Yeah, if you stamp it out, you will be able to read it. I'm just reading it backwards, and I have been past one. I'll get my glasses on and I'll read it. But it's all about flying. It's all about fairies, lilies, and things like that.
It's a great background stamp.
Yeah, it really is, and you can see there it being used with that fairy. Have a fairy delightful day. Love that. £12.99. 421 751 is your item number. Only £12.99. Now we have some returning favourites for you on the website. You might want to add these to your basket because you've probably not seen these before actually. And if you're seeing fairy hugs for the first time, thinking, oh, do you know what? I love these. Love this style. I want more. You can get more. And we've got 5-star reviews upon 5-star reviews upon 5-star reviews available for you. Oh, I remember the wooden walkway and the dancing mushrooms. That was great. I remember doing a show with those before. Brilliant. Love those. And they're only £14.99. So do go and check out the website. The one-day special, very busy. Remember, you've got your discounted price on your one-day special for 24 hours, or of course, whilst the stocks last. And after today and tomorrow, the live shows that we've got planned, they will disappear just like fairy dust from the craft store. And the reason being is because that's how we do the business when it comes to us once every couple of months.
We're actually due again at the beginning of May, so
right,
it's about once a month with fairy hugs. Yeah,
excellent.
Maybe twice.
So get ahead, check out your baskets. Julia, what we're going to have a look at first?
Right, we're going to do something really simple first of all. I did do a Facebook Live earlier on today, and we're going to do similar things to the Facebook Lives to begin with because it's nice to start simple. So I've got a 4-inch round Jelly Arts gel plate, and I've just put some weathered wood distress ink, regular distress ink on, and I'm just browering it so it's nice and even. I've got some Pentart medium mist. This is the violet, so I'm going to put some of that onto my craft sheet. Good idea if I point it in the right direction, really. And Kay was on earlier today with her luscious powders, so we'll use some of that as well.
That'd be lovely.
So I'm not sure whether, I know she sold out of a lot. This one's called Cherry Lips, which is pink, and I know she had some of the pinks left. So we'll add some of that in there. So this has got mica in it.
Now, just to say, we are very busy on the phone line, so we're doing all we can to get through your calls, but you can imagine when we have something like this where we're busy and everybody comes in at the top of the hour, the call centre does have a little bit of a backlog, but they are getting through the calls and they are working extremely hard. Remember, it is Easter Monday. So remember to wish them all a happy Easter, bless them, because they're all in working very, very hard.
So I'm just mixing these up and just giving some splats onto my gel plate. Okay. And then I've got a 5-inch piece of card here. This is just pure white from Sentimental Yours, and I'm just going to stamp my circle on there. And this gives us something to work on. Okay.
Oh wow! So, what did you put on first to get the darker colour?
That's the weathered wood distress ink. So we are going to do another one.
Ooh,
so we can work with two. So I'm just going to brow this off because we're going to use this for something else.
Great. Is it 20%? 20% of the stock is gone of the one-day special. It doesn't mean to say we've got 80% left. So remember, we're all calm, we're all good. We'll get through the calls. Quickest way to order, though, if you've got access to the internet, just go on thecraftstore.com, tick the box, and that's it. You checked on out.
We had a big stock as well.
Yeah, we did.
Right, okay, so this is broken china. So again, same kind of thing. Just take some of our Pentart medium mist, give it a bit of a
Does it matter
splat.
what kind of inks you use on your gel plate?
No,
and
not
powders
really.
and things?
No, not really. I You can use whatever you want to. You can use paints, but I find stamping on distress ink is easier than stamping onto distress oxide.
Okay.
Personally. And then a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. So that's the second one.
I think that's a song, isn't it, Julia?
I think it probably is.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that. They're singing a totally different song to the one I was thinking in my head.
That's probably all that you can sing without getting... Right, okay, so this is the second one. Obviously, depending on how much water you get, you're going to get different kind of reactions, okay? So it's just a background. It's something to work on, okay?
I love that, Julia. I'm going to try that when I get home tomorrow. Really like that.
I'm very new to gel plates, so I'm not brilliant with them.
Oh,
so,
I think you are.
So we're going to just pick up this so that we don't waste it onto another piece of card, and then we can work onto this tomorrow, perhaps. Okay.
Do you believe in fairies, Julia?
Do I? Oh, I do. I do.
I do. I do. I do. I believe in fairies as well.
And all sorts of things. Does you good to believe in things like that.
It does.
Right. Okay. So let's start really, really simple. Really, really simple. Right. I'm a bit of a mess here because of the thing I've got to use at the side, but hey ho.
Right, 25 minutes into the show, I wondered when you were going to mention that. Julia's got a new organising system at the side of her.
I haven't got it, I've been given it.
She's not happy with it. I thought we'd get away with it. 25 minutes, Julie, you've done really well. Well done.
I'll let them know tomorrow, don't worry. I've already told my mate Phil. Right, okay, so I'm going to pop this in my stamp press so we can get a nice piece.
To be fair, I understand your concerns, Julia.
Yes, right. I have got a splot down there where I don't want it. Right, what we're going to work with is we're going to work with Robin.
Yep.
No, Leela, out of Leela and Robin. And this is just so simple, this.
Now, these two are in the one-day special, so it's Robin and...
Leela.
Nina.
Leela, L-I-L-A.
Leela, what a lovely name.
So she's going to swish in from the side there.
Now, I noticed you're using your stamping platform. Would you recommend that for these stamps?
I would, because they're solid stamps, they're silhouette stamps. You need, first of all, you need really, really juicy ink pad. So VersaFine Clair or VersaFine is really good for it.
Yeah.
And you also need to be able to go back in again if you don't get it all done, because you don't want to make yourself a background piece to work on and then not stamp it properly. Yeah. And although an acrylic block is see-through, you can't actually necessarily get exactly in the right place. And there's lots of little detail in this. Can you see her skirt there?
Oh, yeah.
So you don't want to kind of mess it up. I've missed a little bit of her arm there. Just going to go once more.
Now, they are a silhouette stamp, like you say, Julia.
Yeah.
Does it always have to be stamped out in black?
No,
okay.
No, absolutely not. Okay, so there she is, prancing on in. And then we're going to add, in fact, let's add, we might as well bring in the moon dust as well, because we can. And we put the moon dust at the top, so we move that down there now.
And do you have to prime the stamps? There's another question for you, no?
So sometimes it's a good idea if you're using a stamp press, it doesn't matter anyway. Yeah. But if you're doing things like, if you're doing your, your foliage and stuff, you might want to just stamp it onto a piece of copy paper so you get to know your stamp.
Yes.
It's more about,
good idea.
It's more about you learning what your stamp's going to do for you rather than priming it for me. Yeah. Good idea.
And using with fabric ink on fabric?
Yeah, the VersaCraft would work very well. Do remember to heat set it though.
So iron it afterwards.
Iron it, or you can use a heat tool. So just stamp the moon dust on the top. Okay.
Oh, that's lovely. Look how delicate that is.
Yeah. They are really super quality. They're not inferior quality stamps, these. They're very, very good quality photopolymer stamps. Yeah. And if they do lose the cling, it's probably because you've got some muck on the back of it, so you just, or powder or something. Yeah. So you just need to wash them in some warm water and it'll be absolutely fine. Now let's see if the Just a Note will actually fit in here, because I like this. This is a 5 by 5 inch piece of card, so it's great for your notes. So let's have Just a Note just on here.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
It's got like a 60s retro vibe to it.
Yeah. But it's nice to do something really simple, because it kind of gets you into the feel of your stamps.
Yeah.
And how quick would a bunch of these, you know, have a session doing your backgrounds, and then a session of stamping, and a session of matting and layering, and you're good to go.
So if that's batch making, can we sell?
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, as long as you're stamping them yourself, yeah, absolutely.
Good news.
I've gone and over inked there. That's me. Okay, so all you do then is just pop it onto a piece of black card, and then you'd be good to go.
How effective is that? I love that. Really like that. So just using the 3 stamps there with that background, it's just so effective. And the composition's perfect. Love that.
Okay.
Love that.
Do you want me to go to the next one, or do you want to do something else?
I'm just going to remind people of the
Okay.
one-day special. I'm just wrecking the display, so I've just rebuilt that, so we're all right. We're okay. Right, your one-day special. Very, very busy. Everything's going to be dispatched on the 12th of April, and date that will be in your mind after today, the 12th of April, which is next Monday. So it's not long to wait, actually. It really isn't. Saving £6 on this one-day special collection, £38.94. And it's not just the price that goes up after 24 hours. You can't get them after 24 hours. So because they're coming from America, it's the way we do that, and it gives you a chance to get these fantastic stamps whilst we've got them. But 20% of the stock already gone. 931771 is your item number, and you can build and create some beautiful designs. We do have more stamps on the show, and when you bring them all together, they make the most perfect stories and stamps and collections and ways of colouring in and doodling around them. Think beyond cards, think about wall art. Also think about maybe colouring books, using them with fabric to create patterns. And I think you'll find that when you start to use the stamps, there'll be all kinds of different compositions that you can put them in as well. Love that. Isn't that superb? It really, really is. So again, congratulations to the design team, because you have excelled yourself once again and given us lots and lots of ideas and inspirations to how we can use our stamps when we get them home. All 12 of them for £38.94. 931771 is your item number. That's your one-day special. And remember, we have another live show at 8 o'clock tonight. There'll be repeats overnight, and that's important to know because people join us from America and from Europe, and they buy throughout the night. People wake up, they can't sleep, they come in from work. People are still working shift patterns, so we do sell overnight as well. And then we're back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m, 12 and for your final call. But will we have the stock? Well, we're very busy. Let's move on and give you details of the tree condo. Over a quarter of the stock of the tree condo has gone. It's a fabulous stamp, isn't it? Here's a wonderful example of using the condo twice and using the bridge that we've had previously. You might be able to find that on the website. It is on the show, yeah.
On the show, yeah.
That's, what a great idea. So you've got your tree houses in the trees and they're joined by that bridge. That's amazing.
And the little condo dwellers are going across the bridge, look.
Oh, look. Oh, and you've got your moon dust in there. And then you've got that lovely foliage. That is a remarkable card, isn't it? But it's achievable when you get your stamps home. So that's your Fairy Hugs Tree Condo stamp, £11.99. Just to show you, you've got the tree and then you've got the houses inside. Then you can start doodling around there, using your other stamps that you've got perhaps in your collection and building up that forest. And use that stamp several times because you can mask out some of the houses, you can colour them different, and then you've got a whole forest, a whole city, a whole village of your fairy condos. Love that. Absolutely brilliant. 463431 is your item number. Right, Zippy and Wind, proving to be popular. A quarter of the stock gone. I think these are great stamps to have because Zippy is wonderful on the bike. Love that. And then the Wind, well, you could use that. That could be the feathers of a peacock's tail. If you turn it round, that would be lovely. And by that, if I just go and grab that one there, I'm just going to pick this one up. If I turned it that way. See what I mean, Julie? You could draw the little body of a peacock and that would be the tails coming up at the back.
You could actually have it as a bit of pattern building too. So if you did like two end to end and then filled in side by side as well.
Yeah, love that. Love the little stars in there. It does look like a whoosh of magic, doesn't it? So it's a whoosh of wind magic. Windy magic. We all like that. Windy magic. You know the sort. You hear it, but then you don't know where it came from. Windy magic. £11.99. 915496. Oh, Julia.
I love you.
You bring out the worst
I
in
love
me.
you.
I love
really
you too. What are we going to have a look at now?
Okay, so we're going to use, remember we did 2 prints from our jelly plate, so we're going to make another card, just with a little bit more on it. So we've got Zippy in here, and she's going to be stamped again in black. And
I guess there's nothing to stop you, Julie, if you wanted to, from giving the silhouette stamps a little face, if you felt comfortable.
If you felt comfortable.
You're a drawer.
I'm not a drawer, so I won't. But you could do, and you can also stamp and emboss them if you don't want to use black. You can. There's nothing wrong with you using your Versamark and using, say, pure white on the top if you want to.
That would be nice. I like the idea of that.
Let's see how she stamps. She's perfect, absolutely perfect.
She needs a basket on the front and a little alien. Phone home.
I don't know if that would be allowed, would it?
Probably not, but you could put a picture of you in the basket.
Are you saying I'm an alien?
Phone the craft store, or something like that.
I'm not sure how to take that.
No, you're not an alien, you're a lovely, cute wee thing.
Of course, we've got to use Zippy's wind, because she's a windy little zippy thing.
Yes.
So she's going to have that coming out. So the beauty of the stamp press is that you can just position them exactly where you want them, so it makes life a lot easier. Okay. And of course you can add a little bit of glitter to the stars on the wind if you want to. Or, you know, add your Sakura clear star pen. I've added it to the wheels and to the wings before now. Okay, that's that.
The wheels look like, they are flowers, aren't they?
They are flowers, yes, absolutely.
It looks like if you cut an orange in half as well.
Like segments.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? We'll add a sentiment and then we'll take it off and do some freehand stamping. So we're going to have a fairy delightful day, which comes with the poem, and that's going to pop just on here. Ooh.
I don't know whether I can decipher it because I've not got my glasses.
It's not easy to read, but obviously
you will be able to read it when you get it home and decipher it.
It's not necessarily something that you're meant to be able to read.
Yeah.
But they've made it so you can if you want to, so it's not just gibberish.
I think it finishes off, please, happily, today, Huggy. It doesn't say that. Oh, bless. Floor manager's desperately trying to help me out by passing me even more that's been printed out, but it still doesn't make any sense because I've not got my glasses on.
To be honest, I just haven't really had the time to sit down and read it properly, which is absolutely dreadful of me, so I'm really sorry. But
if you put this card that has the poem on twice, it would make a fabulous background.
It does make a fabulous background.
Even if you didn't read all the words, it still makes a fantastic background.
It does, it really does. Yeah,
yeah,
it really
I like
does.
that. Very good.
So now we're going to do some freehand stamping. Now we've got the main part. You could stop there if you want to, but we're going to put a little bit down below and a little bit up above.
Now, when you say freehand,
I mean as in with an acrylic block.
Ah, okay.
That's what I mean.
So you'd always recommend using an acrylic block. If there's anyone new to stamping, for example, the top 3 tips for them.
You could absolutely use, you could use it freehand as in just like that if you want to. If you only want a certain section, you can use them like that. But we're actually going to do it so it's nice and neat and tidy because I do want a decent impression. So I've used this to death, this piece of paper.
Now, which one are you using there? You're using
this is the
foliage.
flower vines from. We've only got one one set of foliage, except for the grass.
Yes.
So it's in the one day special. And you were saying, can you do things in different colours?
Yes.
So this one I'm stamping in Warm Breeze Burst Fine Clay, which is a lovely blue. So we're going to frame the top with it.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, is that J for Julia?
Where?
On the back of your stamp?
Yeah, it will be. It's when I did workshops, so that people that came to the workshops knew they couldn't steal my
Yeah, but if I came to your workshop, I'd have picked it up and said it's mine.
I know.
So it doesn't always work just putting an initial there, does it?
I know. When I used to work with John Lockwood, he had to put JL and I had to put JW. That was a bit, yeah, got in a bit of trouble with that. Okay, so just one more, just a little bit on the side, just to finish that off. Oh, just about got away with that.
Yeah, of course you did. And again, if you had that the other way up, it'd be a meadow.
Absolutely, absolutely.
With it coming down, it's the tree, like a willow tree.
So on the bottom, we're going to use the Whimsical Flowers. And I'll go for a small acrylic block with this one. The Whimsical Flowers, I can't remember what they're with, but they are with something.
Whimsical Flowers are with... Which ones are you using, Julia?
Whimsical Flowers, that one.
Oh yeah, that's with the third dandelion one.
Dandelia.
Dandelion.
Dandelia.
Dandelia.
It's like dandelion, but it's
Dandelia, dan.
So we're going with the Warm Breeze again.
Don't cut your dandelions in the garden. Leave them to grow.
Why?
Because they feed the bees. Very important this time of year.
But you don't want them to seed, though, do you? Really?
No, but let the bees eat them first, and then you can get rid of them.
Okay.
But the bees won't go to them when they're seeded.
No, that's true.
They'll just go when they're a flower.
Yeah.
When they turn into a clock, they're no good to bee nor beast.
Right, so we're doing some second generation stamping as well. Obviously, if you've got a spare piece of card, you could be stamping properly.
Now, 30% of the stock has gone of Dandelia. I really like what you're doing there, Julia.
What, the second generation?
Yeah.
You have to be careful, but you can't really do a second generation of one where you've gone off the page, because you'd have some dark and some light.
Got you.
So you do need to kind of stamp and then stamp off.
I love that. Gives it a lot of depth.
Yeah. So we do one more, because I made a bit of a mess there, so we'll just pretend that mess wasn't there, so we can hide it, like that. Okay. So I just edge that with a bit of probably broken china around the edges, pop it onto black card, and there's another one.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, well done. That's absolutely fantastic. It's such a good image, isn't it?
Yeah, they're so easy to use. They're an absolute pleasure. They really are, and they're not difficult. Because I can't do difficult with these sort of stamps, but they're really easy to use.
I'm just thinking, if you stamped Dandelia again and got the wings and cut them out and put them on that'd look great. So you could decoupage the wings.
Oh, this is actually zippy.
That's what I meant.
But yes, you actually absolutely could.
Zippy,
and you could glossy accent them as well.
Yeah.
Or you could colour them in lots of different colours as well, which would look beautiful.
Oh.
I know some of the design team like to do their fairy wings in lots of different colours and then put glossy accents on, and they look beautiful. Yeah, you could do them on vellum.
That would look amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many possibilities, so many possibilities. Right, a reminder now of the other stamps we've got. So if you wanted to go for Zippy and Wind, £11.99. What a delightful set of stamps there. 915496 is your item number for that. Now, the duck pond proving to be busy as well, because you've got the ducks, you've got the pond, and you've got that little frog. Let's not forget the frog, because he's a cool character. He really, really is. And you can build up your scenes. There you go. There she is, Elena, just on the pond, pointing at the frog. Just pointing at the frog. Oi, you. Oi. No, frogs don't make that noise. That's a pig, isn't it? That rabbit. Anyway, there you go. So you've got the duck in the pond, and then that could be a prince she might need to kiss the frog to turn the frog into a prince. How lovely is that? She's probably just a little bit shy at the moment, just a bit shy. But you can see here the different ways to use the stamps, the different compositions as well. This is an interesting one. Look at that. Isn't that nice? On a bit of acetate around the edge.
Oh.
That's a bit different, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that one
too. Very good. Very nice. Very nice. And there she is sitting in some dirt, pointing at some dirt. Woody. Very good, I like that. Well done, Woody. Very nice, very nice. All of the cards, I think I've pretty much shown all of them to you. Just another one there. There you go. Isn't that lovely? And there you've got some of that moon dust in the background. Perfect. £19.99, 7 stamps in total with that particular set. Now, we had snow this morning. I'm sure we're going to have some rain at some point because April is very interchangeable, isn't it? April and May, very, very interchangeable. So, because of that, we've got April and the Raindrops. Sounds like a good band, doesn't it? April and the Raindrops. I'd like to be in that band. What musical instrument would you play, Julie, if you were in April and the Raindrops, the band?
A harp.
A harp? That's nice.
See, I think of quickly.
Right up, you know, I was thinking more heavy rock. But if you want to play the harp, then that's fine. You can play the triangle if you want to. You just won't be coming on tour with us. £9.99. 156130 is your item number. We don't know what the rider would be if you come on tour with us. It's a great set. So April and the Raindrops. And the Raindrops, actually, let me just pick up one of the samples here, because this is remarkable, using the raindrops as a background. Isn't that fabulous?
That's a lot of stamping of that little stamp.
It is a lot of stamping, but do you know what? It's very effective.
Oh, yeah. It's just a lot of work.
Yeah. That's all right. We've got a whole tour for you to do that work on, Julia. 156130 is your item number. Brand new today. Love that. Right, we've got 9 minutes left of our first live hour of the One Day Special. What you got to show us, Julia?
OK, so we're going to use the Fairy Gate from the One Day Special.
Yes.
And remember that when you clean your brayer, this is the sort of thing that you'll get when you clean your brayer after doing your gel plate impressions. So it's a usable background that you can use. And I'm going to make sure that I put my gate up high enough because Angela's going to come in here.
Yes.
So she needs to go about
Oh, I thought you
there.
meant a person. I thought you were doing tomorrow. Angela's coming in. Oh, Angela.
No, she's not a new demonstrator. Well, it would be nice if we had a fairy demonstrator. She could give us the fairies' perspective
Well,
on these
good,
scenes.
so.
Ah!
Do you like that?
You're here all week.
Yeah. And twice on a Sunday.
That's the sort of joke my son would come out with.
Would it?
Yeah, awful. No, his jokes are awful. You're not awful.
You are awful, but I do like you.
Yeah. So we're sticking with black again. See if I can. I was watching Janet earlier on, and she was making a mess of her acrylic blocks as well, which gave me a bit of hope, really, because I think I'm the only messy person there is. But
oh, do you know what? No, there's loads of people like that.
Oh, this morning I was doing a Facebook Live and the window cleaner came while I was doing the Facebook Live, so I had to leave everybody while I had to see to the window cleaner.
Well, if you have to see to the window cleaner, then yeah, you'd have to. We wouldn't want to see that live on Facebook, would we?
I completely forgot he was coming. Right. I need to just add a little bit more ink on that.
Just thinking, actually, if you were to get that stamp and put it back to back, that would make a really nice frame. Do you know what I mean? If you then stamped it the other way and joined them up.
Yeah.
So you've got that oval shape.
I haven't tried that. We'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, we should.
We might do that later, but definitely we'll have a go tomorrow. Just need a longer piece. In fact, I've got a longer piece of card with me that I can try it on. Okay, so give it another big, good press for the ink to settle in.
Yeah.
I've got that little bit there that I'm not pressing hard enough on, I think, or I haven't inked it properly. That little bit there. That's better. Does help if you ink it properly, really.
Yes.
It is normally a user error as opposed to a stamping problem. So remember, these stamps, they do actually cling really, really well. So just be careful when you pull them off.
Okay.
So you don't tear them. It's the stream scene is the one that I've really struggled with and torn, but the rest have been fine because I've been more mindful. You know, again, it's learning how you're using your stamps. Let's bring Angela in.
Don't be so boisterous.
I know, it's because I always want to get on to the next thing.
Because you want to go sort that window cleaner out, that's your problem. So you rip your stamps apart to get to the door.
I know. It's quite funny, actually. All of a sudden, there's a ladder at the window. I thought, oh, what's that? Oh, yes, it's a window cleaner.
I sacked my window cleaner because I was fed up of looking out of portholes.
Portholes?
Yeah, because he just used to clean it round in a circle like this. It was all dirty round the edge. It was like looking out of a porthole.
Oh, really? Oh, my one's very good.
Yeah, fired.
Right. So we're going to stamp her
Do you know
in the
what
middle.
I do now to clean my windows?
I tried to
when it rains,
yeah.
this is a good thing to do. Get a little bit of fairy liquid. Just put it onto the window when it's raining, and the rain will wash it down, and it cleans your windows.
Doesn't it leave it all smeary if it's fairy
liquid? It's a tremendously wet day. And then hopefully it's windy afterwards, just like going through a car wash and it dries all your windows.
So if anybody's married to a window cleaner, they won't be very impressed with that, will they?
No, they won't. You're right.
Only because I want her a bit blacker, I'm just going to add some more ink to her body. But look at the detail on these wings. It's just such a beautiful stamp. They all, I think they're just getting stronger with each release that they bring out.
Yes. Yeah, they're lovely. Look at that.
Stunning.
If you had a really fine pen, you could do a bit of doodling in there.
What, in her wings?
Yeah.
It is really fine anyway. And it is like a doodled set of wings though, isn't it? When you really look in, you can see that's been done for you.
It's fabulous,
It is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. She's stunning. I mean, obviously, I'd probably do a bit of colouring in, but it's whatever time you've got, really. So that's all the main stamping I'm doing on there. So again, we're going to pull her out of the press and do some other stamping. So what have I pulled out to use here? Yes, we'll use the vines around the top again, because we can. This time we'll go for a green, and I think we'll go for rainforest.
Okay.
Actually, let's bring it right down. So we're really framing it
as well, Julia. I'd get a red pen, and I'd doodle some roses going down the vines.
You absolutely can, yeah. You see that some of the samples have got different colours added in. Some of them have got white specks added in. And that's the really good thing about being able to see design team samples, because they think of things that I wouldn't have thought about doing.
Yes.
It's so valuable to have design teams.
Oh, now I've just found, you said you can use white and embossing. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I don't know if we can get closer on this. That is spectacular. I don't know how close you can get to that, but what do you think's been used there, Julia, because of that effect? Is it like a textured crackle, or? That's fabulous.
It is, isn't it? I honestly don't know.
It's almost like
it could
like
be
a crackle.
It could be because it could be that it's only one layer of Versamark or whichever embossing ink.
Yeah.
And it could be that it's not covered completely, but because it's not covered completely, you've got that. But her legs aren't like that.
No.
I don't know.
It's how she stands, very smooth. But then that's with that's just. Do you know what? Maybe the ink's gone down, and then they've used like a fine toothpick to take some off.
Could have done.
When you're embossing
or doodled
it and it's
in it
hot,
or something. Yeah.
That is fabulous.
Isn't
Almost
it?
looks like she's made of lace.
Right, where's my round block?
That is remarkable. Wow, love that.
I'm going to put some grass on as well. Again, I can't remember where the grass is from.
You've got a minute and a half, Julia.
Yeah, so we probably won't finish this. So we're going to do some second generation as well with this one.
I know, she might have been stamped in like acrylic paint and then, like you say, doodled into. I don't know. Oh, that is brilliant. Who's it by? It's by Angela.
Ah, No, Angela's the name of the stamp.
Yes, it is the name of the stamp. It's not by Angela, it is Angela. Maybe we can try and find out.
I'll ask the DT leader if she can.
Yeah. We've got 1 minute left. Do check out your baskets. Make sure you get, if you want the one day special, it's a good idea to get it now. And then you can check out your basket and you can relax, and then you can watch all the shows tomorrow with our lovely Julia. And you can also watch the show later on tonight with Scott and Julia. Wow, look at that.
I will probably add a little bit more to it, but you can see where we're going with it.
That's lovely. They're a joy to use, aren't they?
Absolute joy to use, and they're not difficult to use at all.
A bit like you, a joy to work with, you're not difficult at all. You see? I like that. Julia, you're back at 8 o'clock tonight?
I am, yes. Is it still Scott?
Yes, don't... Oh, what do you mean, is it still Scott?
I don't know.
You said that very excitedly. No, it's not me, it's Scott.
Oh, I love you.
Well, I hope you do, because I love you too. I'll give you a big... No, I can't even give you a fairy hug.
No.
I'll just give you a... fairy kiss. We'll see you at 8 o'clock.
Yes.
We'll see you guys in a few moments' time.